into the silent night, an endless fall, like cuts from 1,000 knives. I hear you call, but I'm still stumbling in the dark, a silent howl as I dissolve into your arms. I waited now, seduced by a sweet mirage. We could leave or we could stay, sedated state or wide awake. I can't do this anymore, and it's hurting like it never has before. We could leave or we could stay, sedated state or wide awake. I can't do this anymore, and it's hurting like it never has before. Jaded, the scar you left is like an open wound. I'm down and low. Don't wake me up, it's still too soon. I hear you call, but I'm still falling deep in love. I'm washed away and carried to your sweet embrace. I waited now, seduced by a sweet mirage. We could leave or we could stay, sedated state or wide awake. I can't do this anymore, it's hurting like it never has before. We could leave or we could stay, sedated state or wide
Looks like you're good. Your recovery journey.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right. Sorry about that. People don't like my long start, but I don't care. So if you're here and you're here to complain, then too bad. I'm here to talk you off a cliff because some of you guys just never, ever, you just never learn. So it looks like I'm good. All right. Just checking my monitor there. I run my phone just to listen in a little bit, just make sure the audio levels are good. I've done a bunch of different things to prevent any more audio screw ups. First of all, here, let me show you really quick. I'm going to put my studio cam on really quick. And by the way, studio cam is brought to you by the Pocket 3. So you guys that are out looking for cheap cameras, looking for Feemies and Feiyutechs and all these other cameras that suck ass, that is the camera of choice. That is the best action camera out. next to, I would say, I'll give the GoPro the number 2 because it can actually go into water. But yeah, so you see this monitor right here in the middle. I'm showing you my middle screen here. I guess I could, let's see here. Let's do a little bit of, this is for, this is also to help you guys that are listening to all the hype about how crappy the Osmo Pocket 3 is. There we go. Do a little zoom there. But right there, this is my little audio adjustment, little meter, and then of course you see the little purple underneath me and blue. That's my second level of stupid detector. So if I'm sitting here talking to myself and there's absolutely no audio, at least I can visually see it down below there with this little purple doodad right here. So anyway, I just thought I'd set up and once again look. Oh, we got the Freewell filters right here, guys. I love Freewell. Okay, these guys have been like so supportive. They always come out with gear fast, and their stuff is like second to none. So if you're looking for filters, that's one of the things I want to talk about today. A little later is I want to talk a little bit about one of their filters that's super cool. So if you're one of those people that likes to fly your Mini or what, Mini 2, Mini 3, Mini 4, whatever you got, okay, if you got a Spark, I suggest that you get some kind of a dulling filter to get rid of the harsh lines of your video. And I'm finally to that point where I really think that it's important to put on a filter that just smooths it down a little bit. Now, what's cool about the Pocket 3, okay, and if you're looking for a camera, this thing is killer, okay, is it has a built-in sharpness reducer. You can reduce the sharpness in its native video. So you don't have to put a filter on quite yet. I'm definitely going to buy what they call a snow mist filter. Snow mist is what I'm going to be kind of showing you today. And I'm just going to tell you what it does. It's really simple. So we'll come back to that a little later. I think the big discussion needs to center around the big issue, which is you guys that will go out and say, oh man, I'm going to get me an EXO, I'm going to get me a Femi, I'm going to get me a whatever. You're going to get you a Ruko, you're going to get whatever. And your goal is not to just learn. So there is a point. And I'm just going to say it right now, the hottest drone in the toy market right now, which is the Potensic Atom. Okay. And I'm not going to rip on the Potensic Atom whatsoever. I am a huge believer in the Potensic Atom for one simple reason, and that reason only is the fact that it has really breached the flight, what I would say the flight distance continuum for toy drones. It flies farther than 500 feet. There you go. And that's really where the toy drone market kind of has been stagnant, is that the drone now when I mean 500 feet, I mean 500 feet with absolutely no breakup, with total control, total visibility. Yeah, you've got everything basically going for you. And to me, that threshold went to over 1,500 feet, over 2,000 feet, and 2,500 if you really want to push it. And if your control system in 2004, you're going to buy a drone for 2004, and it can't travel 2,500 feet. Okay, about 1,000. Was that 1,000 meters? Hold on here. Siri, how many meters is 2,500 feet? Yeah, roughly about 1,000. It's 760, but about 1,000 meters. Okay. So I gotta ask Siri because I don't know anything about the metric system. They tried to shove the metric system down my throat when I was a kid, and I threw it up. So, but I still use it. It's important. I mean, the whole freaking scientific world runs on metric. But yeah, so about 1,000, about 1 kilometer, and that's roughly 2,000 feet, right? Let me just get this. Maybe I'm a little 500 feet off. How many feet are 1 kilometer? Oh, wow. 3,200 feet. So I'm way off. All right. Here we go. We're going to start this over. All right. If your mini drone doesn't fly, I was thinking of 1 kilometer because that's kind of the threshold that most of us use, that are, using the metric system. So a 1 kilometer or 3,000 feet. There you go. I'm just going to keep it real simple right there. I actually use another system. I call it over the valley and to the peak. That's my system. And that has always been my system of determining how good a drone basically is and how it basically performs and whether it's a toy or not. And the original Spark, I do not think we'll make it that far. I'm gonna say it possibly can, but I just don't know. Maybe with some help, maybe with some clamshell on it. It's just not made for that. Even the original Air 1 had trouble with the 8,000 foot distance, and then came the Mini 1. Okay, the Mini 1 walked in and went F you to the distance marks that I just said. And DJI came up with a little just an absolute beast, the Mini 1. And when I flew the Mini 1 for the first time, I just was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they've done this to this little tiny drone. Because we went from the Phantom 3 standard. This is where my world started. It basically, it says Spark will flap to 3 kilometers and change. Hey, recovery drone, I actually still have my Spark. I went and bought one on the aftermarket, and I've been tinkering with it. And I think I've got a test in mind that I think everybody needs to see. And I'm going to do this test, and I'm going to spoil everybody's Christmas because a lot of people are going to go out and they're going to buy a couple of different drones. Okay, they're going to go out and they're going to buy. Now there's some interesting stuff going on. I told you Ruko was in the toy market is really experimenting with long range. I had that Ruko F11. That thing went 9,000 feet, no problem. I was at 9,000. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can just keep going. But I just reminded myself a lot of things. First of all, I don't need to be out 9,000 feet. Okay. The other thing is I'm out 9,000 feet with an absolute, who knows, for a flying device. And anybody that flies I do that little test and then I just, that's pretty much it. I like to fly close by. Really, I mean, I have to push the limit a little bit where I'm at because there's no way of getting certain shots unless you are able to hit, that 8,000 foot distance. Okay. Cause everything is about there. You can really reach pretty much anywhere. You can get it from car. You can get it from, and I'm flying over uninhabited, absolutely empty spaces. Okay. And I'm keeping pretty low. I'm keeping within 150 feet usually of the landscape. So a lot of, everybody is looking at, height and those types of things. So I'm going to jump over to my display here. All right. Yeah, it's one of those days. Let's see. I'm going to jump over to my display. I'm going to go to I need to get my display capture on. Sorry here. Let me just get that off really quick. And this is the area that I'm talking about. And I think anybody that's watching any of my videos is familiar with this area. Okay. And this is a Mini 4 shot. Okay. I flew this exact same route with the Air 3. The Air 3 just kills this landscape. The Air 3 is just, let me tell you something. If I could explain just a couple of drones this year, and I'm going to talk about all the drones that I think are worth a crap and worth the time and worth the expense and worth the grief you're going to get for spending a lot of money when other things need to be bought. Okay. I'm talking about the stuff that puts you in the doghouse for, 6 months. Okay. When you buy that, that $1,500 toy, man toy, and you get in trouble. Okay. You guys know what I'm talking about. Hey, Trapper, how you doing? Where am I? And the further I go, the higher I need to climb in order to get a good, clean signal. And okay, guys, I've been getting ripped on so bad just recently. I mean, I get the Karens that are, by the way, I've got the Karen app and I do have an RID module showing up. Ruko wants me to test out one of their RID modules. And I said, send it. Send me one. And they wanted me to test out a drone too, a brushless drone. And I just didn't feel like doing it. I went, yeah. But as much it would probably be a decent flyer. I draw the line right now at that. They can easily put brushless motors in it and make it a better drone. So I just don't know why they're still doing that. I don't know where the brush motor, they just need to shut that factory down. Okay. And only make little tiny, the little fun quads, the little tiny ones. But this is my testing ground, and I've been using this testing ground now for over 5 years. And I have a specific area that if you want to be in the I think you're a good drone club, okay, you have to get to this point. Here, I'm going to point to it right here. If you can't get here, if your drone can't make it to this spot, your drone sucks ass, and I'm not buying it. And I'm not going to tell people that it's awesome. Okay, so all you need is one walkie-talkie and an imaginary guy named Carl. You guys don't know that this person, Craig, is an actual human being. So Craig is real. It's the greatest mystery of my channel, but there is a Craig, and Craig is a real person. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Now, it's not the Craig that shows up to my channel every once in a while. It's a different Craig. And I do appreciate that. That's just a really, to me, that's just a really wonderful coincidence. But there is a Craig. Craig does ride motorcycles, and Craig does use this trail system out here on a regular basis. Okay. Craig was actually just out here over Thanksgiving. They were all over this area, this reserve area right here that you're looking at. It's you see all those ravines down there. It's really rugged. It's if you took a walk down there, and you wanted to walk from say there's a trailhead. You see where this green stuff is down here along the river? That's a trailhead. And if you wanted to walk from here, that distance that I usually send, it would take you all day, and all day to. And I don't know if you'd have to camp before you came home, because every one of these is a deep ravine. You got to go up and down, and it's very, this little tiny area down here just looks like a little crack, but you get there and you're like, okay, how am I going to get out of here? And then you're walking around and looking. It's really deceptive. From the air, it looks amazing. Now, getting back to the point, this point here is the 8,000 foot or the 8,000 foot point. Okay. So this is the 8,000 foot point, which is what, 1.5 meter, 1,500 meters. Okay. Is it 1,500? So hold on here. Okay. 8,000 feet is how many meters? 2.5. So 2.5. I used to have this in my brain. I used to know this, but I don't use for a while I was using meters. I was trying to get used to it because everybody was talking in meters, and this time I'm like, forget that. I'm not doing that. So, Merca. But so this is about 2,500 meters to this point right here. So theoretically, what you're saying is, I'm just looking at, I'm referring to a comment by Recovery Drone. The drone in question, the Spark, should be able to make it here. Time-wise, it's perfect. It takes about 4 minutes to get to this spot right here. And then you've got a 4-minute return flight, roughly 8.5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes total. You've got a 12-minute battery to 14, or 15 minutes. They say 15. I say 12 for safety concerns. And you've got you can go in sport mode, so you could easily get out here without a problem. So now, that being said, I got a lot of comments about the Potenza Atom. And because with the Atom, I got to here, right there. I was right about here. I was getting all kinds of breakup, and people kept saying, "It's your DJI mic. You're awesome freaking." Once again, let me just flip it back over here. Let's see here. We get that. That's right there. This camera here, this awesome camera right here, and its mic. Now, theoretically, they're probably right that the signal that is put out, the 5G signal that connects my Pocket 2 or Pocket 3 and the new mic is really powerful. It's a 300-foot line of sight connection, and it's possible that is definitely interfering with the Wi-Fi repeater. So I give them that. They say that it's 6 kilometers, that thing. So that's kind of, yeah. Hey Trapper, getting back, Trapper's talking about line of sight. When I fly out there, I have a strobe that I put on. I mount this little puppy, so you can see this sucker forever. I mean, it's supposed to be able to, to go 3 statuette miles, but this little puppy right here, that sucker is bright as hell. And I stick it right on the top, right on the top of the Mini, right there. Boom. And a lot of times I just put it on the back, because that's what I'm seeing 90% of the time. And then once you're there, you know where you're at, and what the anyway. But yeah, these little strobes are and most people don't fly with them in the day, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's see, I'm talking about for your radio reception, you have no obstacles whether you see it or not, obstruction or your telemetry. Says you've got line of sight, virtually no vegetation, which makes big difference. And considering the areas that magnetics could be helping you, it's naturally a good place for a long. Yeah, it is. It's a really good long range spot. So I should be with the Potenza Atom lay claim to 6,000 meters or 6,000 or 6 kilometers. They say. Okay, that's yeah. Anyway, they say that that thing should go to like way out here somewhere. Okay, where you see where this peak is. There's actually another escarpment that goes up, and then that goes for a while, and then it kind of levels off, and then it drops, and then there's actually a big valley that's that way. And at the top of that, there's a kind of a place that I like to use as, it's kind of like hilly. It's washed out like sandstone and hilly. Anyways, that's the 20,000 foot mark. So don't ask me how I know that, but anyway, at 20,000 feet. I actually been flying in a different spot, and I haven't been flying this one because I have a better spot, which is that I can fly much lower. I can stay well below any aircraft or any kind of flying object. And that is flying from not this direction, but that direction. And that's what I've been doing. I've been coming over to this area and then flying to it and then flying back. And it's much more, it's basically like a big bowl, the area that I like to fly now. It's a big old bowl. So I'm at the top of one side of the bowl and I fly to the other side of the bowl, which is another really good way of just testing that distance. And then that's about it. I don't need that experience more than one time. I mean, I can do other things to get my shots. Yeah. So, all right. So let's get back to the Atom. Okay. And that's the key but the claim is, and people are making some claims, the Atom's camera is very substandard. So it is a really good flyer though. So let's get back to the reason why I want you to buy it. If you're learning to fly, it's a very, very, very inexpensive option to learn to fly with. And you can get them dirt cheap, especially in I wouldn't buy it now. I would wait 2 months, wait till Christmas is over and they're sitting on inventory, and then you'll get other deals. You can wait till summer comes. But that Atom will go down to, there'll be used ones on the market for $200, $180. Then I would get one like the SE. The only reason why I wouldn't get an SE is because you can get the gimbal version and for another $50. So, and the gimbal works really good. The gimbal I tested, and it's very stable. It does keep a really good stable. The control for it is pretty smooth. Now, I'm still going to talk you guys off the wall here because anybody that checks into this video or into this stream, I want them right away to understand that if you want to take any images whatsoever and your goal is to learn to fly and to take good pictures, you got to spend more money. Period. Done. You have to. And they're only drone that I would ever ask anybody and recommend. And I've told this to a lot of people. I've actually had somebody that messaged me. I've had 2 people message me. I'm on the fence of whether I'm going to get this Atom or the DJI SE. And I'm like, I'm going to make this really easy for you. Spend $30, $40 more, get the SE every single time. It is a absolutely superior control system. It freaking works all the time. You don't get interference issues. Your video quality is 12 megapixel image, and you get very close to. It's a 4K camera that's been downscaled for that drone. That's the Mini 2's 4K camera. It's the same damn camera. So you get that, and you get the 2.7K, and you will be so happy. Your images are going to be not this good. Guys, this is actually 1080p version of a 4K 60 coming out of the Mini 4. I mean, look at this stuff. This stuff is just absolutely freaking just glorious. I mean, if you look at that is just amazing video. It is just, oh my Lord. And it's exact. And if you're flying the Mini 3, or excuse me, the Air 3, you're going to get similar video. So, you know, if you're going to do any kind of photography, I would just bite the bullet now. And I would buy a Mini 4 and just go, if you just want to just, you know, sleep on the couch for just a month or 2, this would be that's the investment I would make. I would get to fly more with 3 batteries, and you will never need another drone for a really long time. This would be the Spark 5 years from now. I totally believe this, you know. Okay, so I wanted to look for another sample for you guys, and this was the this is the Mini 4 sample, and you can see just from what you're seeing now, one of the things that you can tell it's really good is it's very smooth video, even at 1080p. that's being reproduced for a live stream, the video is very smooth. It is very subtle. It's deep. It has all kinds of color, and and this is just its natural. It's in its automatic state. And then I will suggest you adding something like this. Here, let me show you this. Here, let me just over here. I'm working. I've got two things that say Pocket 3. I got to get rid of that. I would put this filter right here. This is the filter I would have on it. Okay, and if you look down below there, and you see, I'm going to be showing you some samples of this. This is the Freewell, and you see the glass? See that? See the speckles on it? Okay, this is their snow filter, their S-Mist filter. This thing will kill your freaking photographs, okay? This will make everything, see, it's called S-Mist quarter. Now, there's different versions of this. I think there's an eighth, too, which will change the size of the image and how it's. I don't know if I can maybe do a sample of it. I don't know if I can stick it on that camera there and show you how the light kind of works from it. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, let's see if I'm gonna use this S-Mist. I'm actually gonna put it on my Pocket 3 and see what it does with it. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a scientific sample here. Let me see here. I am looking. I have to look for something on my phone here really quick. There we go. It's this light, okay? So you see that light? How it freaking just, how it's, let's see if I can get this to work. So you can take this filter and you see how the light diffuses? You see how it gets, you see that? How sharp it is? And then that's what this filter does. It takes that direct sunlight and it just smooths it out, makes it like butter, and it'll turn your whole image into just glorious beauty. But that's it like that. Isn't that cool? So there's that light. There's that light, and here's that really powerful light. And I think the Pocket 3 is doing a really good job with it already. And then you add that. You see how that glow? See that glow around there? Just smooths that out. And that's what the S-Mist filter does. It's called the Snow Mist. And if you like really good video and you're one of those people that goes, all right, this stuff that we're seeing almost all the time, including the stuff I'm showing you right now, which is just over sharpened. I watch a guy on a channel called Camera Conspiracies. He's a genius. He's a freaking young genius. And he is, I wish that he was my neighbor. I would freaking go hang out with him and get in trouble. But he's goofy and he's a genius. He's a camera genius. I've learned so much from him. The other one is actually, anyways, he's big into something called glimmer glass. So you get that filter, you can get it from Freewell and you can put it on your Mini 3 or your Mini 2 even. And it'll take that sharp image and just smooth it out and give you that more, we call cinematic, right? We call that the cinematic look. But you see that smoothing out of the light. That's what that filter is supposed to do. And I'm going to be flying the crap out of that filter in the next couple of weeks. So I'm gonna start, because everything is really bright and there's really nothing. All of my scenery, I'm going to lose the greens, and I'm going to need to do something with the rocks and the other stuff that's around, like a lake. If I go over to the reservoir, I'm going to need something to change the look of it, and that filter is going to be that's my ace that I've thrown in up my sleeve. Now you can pick up that specific one. I don't have it on my channel, but I'll throw it on there. But you can buy that separately, just that one filter. So if you're just going to buy like 2 filters, you can buy that S-Mist filter. And I think there's actually a little 4-pack of like $50, and it'll give you the one. And you could even, I would just order the ones you want. I would get an ND8, that S-Mist filter, and some kind of polarizing filter, like a CPL, like a variable CPL filter, and with like a ND4.8, just for the drones. That's enough. 4 and 8's enough. There, you know, this pack here comes with 16 different filters, and I'm gonna have a little fun. What Freewell says, hey, try this pack out, have a blast, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And they've been so good to me and my channel. I look forward to them saying, hey, I hear you got a Mini 3, it's time, or a Mini 2, or whatever you got. And we've got some filters. And I did do something for who's the other company? There's another company that is sending me filters that, but they don't have the specialized filters. These guys, they might have their own. These guys have that freaking filter is just killer. So I'm knocking that filter out, man. The Glimmer Glass, slow-mo, yes, camera can good. I'm glad you watch him. Possum is on. Appreciate you dropping in here. I've got one more day off, so I'm just chilling. So I'm just chilling today, and then we go back to work till Christmas, and then I got 2 weeks to chill. Guys, I'm gonna do a lot of video during that period of time. I didn't take a drone this weekend. I was thinking about taking one and just putting it up and taking some images, but I knew I wasn't gonna have enough time. Okay, so the theme of this stream is talking you off the edge of stupidity. Okay, if you're thinking about taking any images whatsoever, and do not save $30. Don't save $30 and get less for your money. With the Mini 2 SE, you can get all of their batteries. It fits all of them. They're old batteries. They're old black, those black packs. It fits all of them. It has the N1 controller that is the better controller. And you don't have to go back to the old school, antenna controller. It's got the nice, with the, where you can put your phone on the top, the N1. Just everything is so much better. And you don't need any fancy dancy things to throw on it to get the range that you want. And you're going to get really good video. Let me pull up that one piece, because I have a piece of video, and you guys probably have seen this. This is the I'm just searching my channel here. I'm looking. It's like I just want to find this other one. That's Mavic. Oh, there's the Air 2 test. There it is, right there. Oh, that's the range flight for the SE. What did I get? Hold on here. I got to look at it. Hold on here. I got to do a little bit of. We got to do a little bit of research here. I can't remember what I got. I'm gonna go to the middle of it like you guys do. Just jump right into it, huh? Oh man, I just turned around there. Low battery, return to home. So this is where I got with the. This is the Mini. Here we go ahead and switch that out. Let's go. Let's get that off right there. So this is the Mini 2 SE. And if you look where I'm at, you can already tell. Let's see. I'm going to go backwards in this flight, and I'll show you where the 8,000 foot mark is right there. So this right here is the 8,000 foot mark right here. You see this peak right there? So you think I'm 6,000. I'm almost to it. I'm on my way to it. This thing is just, look at the RC signal. Okay. And then I'm just going to keep going out. Guys, this is already double the distance of the Atom, okay? There's my battery deviation. Really good. The battery really performed well. When you got those two lines next to each other, that's really good. When you get deviation, means that one line is taller than the other. That means you've got a cell that's kind of out of whack. It's not charging well. I get that from one of my programs that I use. See, 99% of all drone pilots will start by buying a number of. Yeah, of course I did. I did the same thing, but I didn't have people like me basically leading me in the right direction. Now, I'm not saying that you don't buy a budget drone. That is not what I'm saying, because I would give you a whole bunch of different drones for that first drone that are, I would say, well under $200, $150. If you spend more than $150 on a budget drone, you need to jump up to 300. It's either you go low or you go high. You don't half-ass it from 150 to 300. You don't do it. The 150 to 300 range is the dead zone for drones. Do not buy drones in there. Okay, unless you're freaking unless you like taking a hammer and smashing your own hand, then go ahead and do that. Okay, I don't think it's worth the headache. Guys, this is an SE. Okay, this is the SE. It's $299. You can handle this one, right? Okay, so remember, I'm talking to people I'm talking them off the cliff. Okay, so we are at what, 1,800? All right. We are still, look at the RC signal. We're at 9,000. We're at 10,000. Now the RC, the only reason why it's breaking up is because of I've just got to change my orientation. You can see that it's getting orange. And you look at the battery, you can see that I'm getting to the point of no return for the battery. That little tiny green spot right there is my safety. And then I've got, of course, about 10% over the top of that. So at this point, I was just now let me just hopefully, I think why I leave this control now. Okay, controller view. Just look at the controller view. That is absolutely killer video feed coming back to my controller at that distance. Okay. Of course, Craig is down here under this escarpment over here. Okay. Now I'm getting the low battery, and you can see that I'm now it's at 65. If I was an idiot, I would let it go down to to 55 or something like that. I'm not doing that. I'm just not that person. Plus, it's not safe. I'm already doing something that needs to, that is, that people are going, oh my gosh, Karen, But this basically is a point where you listen to the technology and you let the technology basically, and you look at the light meter down here. Okay. Look at that. That puppy is right in the middle. I've got really good video balance. Okay, I've got excellent balance, not too high, not too low. Everything's kind of in the middle. Okay, and there is my if I show you the point of that is the right here. You see this point right here? That's the 8,000 foot mark right there at that point. And this is where the Potenzic atom basically ended. You get here, that's what I say about 4,000 or 6,000. I think it was 6,000, something like that. I went up through here. I flew to this point right here with the atom. So I went to here, flew along this ridge, and then I went up to here, and then I flew back. And that's, there's no reason to do that. And that would be the last time I ever do that, because I don't need to. And the video sucks. So why would I want to do that? What am I looking at? What am I trying to prove at that point? But with this bad boy, okay, watch when I take it off of, when I take it off, there we go. That is the native video coming from that. Now there's no clouds, which really sucks. But I'm looking at it in a pretty high resolution monitor, and this thing has a lot of detail, especially out in the distance. And this is where you get into the 2.7K argument, and whatever. I'm just saying, it says 4K. It's not. That's just up rendered. Okay, 2.7K. Okay, if you want me to put it in 1440. Okay, so there it is, right there's 1440. It takes a little bit out of the hills up here, but if I move back, so most of you guys watching that, wow, it just over sharpens this outside stuff up here, especially this area right there. So. Yeah. Okay, now, John, we're talking John off the ledge. John, you're going to get in a hell of a lot more trouble if you buy 30 cheap drones when you could have bought one good one. You say, honey, I love drones. I'm a nut job. I love flying and filming. I'm going to save us a lot of headache, and I'm going to take care of this my first day, and I'm going to go down here to Cyber Monday, and I'm going to get this little bad boy right there. $299. Okay. And you're done. You're done for a long time. You're going to have so much fun with that drone. Okay. Okay. The only thing, now this doesn't take these batteries. Okay. It takes the old style batteries. You just gotta know how to shop for batteries with that thing. Right. And I don't shop for batteries on here. So I'm going to give you a hint. You get this little puppy here for $299. Okay. Or you get it refurbished. It's cheaper. Okay. Buy a refurbished one. And I mean, this is where, like, oh, I can't get refurbished. It's not new. And guys, you don't need the care refresh. You do not. Just keep away from trees and you won't need care refresh. Okay. Save the money. Right. So I'm going to go to eBay really quick here, and I'm going to go to Mini 2 batteries. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you, this is how you want to set it up. Look at that, 2 batteries for $50. A 2-pack for $50. Okay, 2-pack. All right, they're about $25 a piece. Let's see if they have the old ones. Now, and I don't get that one either. Don't get this. There's a good deal actually right there. You get the charger, 2 batteries, and you get the 30, I think that's a 35-watt charger. I don't think it's a 60-watt charger. Yeah, that's a really good little deal. So they're about 25. Look at that, $19 right there. Look for the deals. Buy it. It says low charge count, whatever. I don't even care. Guys, people don't fly their drones that much. $19 freaking dollars for the battery. And I don't even like that charger. I told you, I like the Sinova chargers. Okay. There it is, $329. That's the whole Flymore kit. That's a Mini 2. That's a 4K drone right there. There you go, $329, and you got 4K. Okay. I'm just saying, why are we so stupid? Why are we so reluctant to freaking do what our brain is telling us to do and to buy the best? There it is right there. This one right here, these are $24. These are the long range batteries. I like these. These are the ones for $19. These I used to, with my Mini 2 SE and all my minis, but it'll take both batteries. The SE will take this one and this one. They both fit and they both fly great with that. This one's a little heavier. Okay, it's got a little bit more, and it's also way more stable in the heat. So for this right here, I would keep 2 of these batteries, and I would always keep them in my car with my charger. Well, I wouldn't always. It depends on the temperature. If it's really hot, you don't want to keep it in your car. Otherwise, you'll end up with a freaking charred car. But this one is very stable in the heat, and they hold their charge. And this is a Lion pack. Okay, let me see if I can find the Sinova charger for you guys. And guys, this is all from experience. I've been down this road, and I'm just telling you, I love the minis, and it's not because I'm like some kind of DJI fanboy, which I am in a way, because it's good to be a fan of good stuff. But I wouldn't tell you to go buy an Apple phone. I mean, I like them, but I could live in both worlds. They're both really good quality. Okay, there's you could go buy a Samsung Galaxy, S30 or whatever, and be happy as hell. But what's going to make you happy is better quality. I'm just going to tell you. Let me see if I can find the Mini 2 charger for you. Here's the Mini 2 battery. I'm going to put Sinova. Let's see if we can get all this together here. Don't get that one. That's not the one I like. That's not the one. We want the one with the freaking. We want the one that'll tell you what they're right there. This one right here. This thing right there. Bam, $33. This thing will charge both battery packs for the Mini 2. This one right here, and it tells you what your voltage is. So you put them in there. It has all the same. Look, it's got a couple of outs ports, so you can charge stuff. I don't think it has. I don't know if they're USB-C. Let me just look. If it has a USB ad, they do. Yes. Look at that. So, are we getting my vibe here, guys? Okay. Mini 2 SE. Get the sign over. Get the cheap one. Get the 2 SE. Do they have the Mini 2 SE refurbished? Let me see. Mini 2. So I'm gonna go. Mini 2 SE refurbished. Let's see what they cost. Let's see. Certified refurbished, but that's the SE Mini SE. I don't get that one. That's not the Mini 2. That's the Mini SE. You don't want that one. You see that controller? Okay. Controller, bad controller. You don't. It's good and fun. You're still gonna have to put the Yagi antennas on that one. Remember the video I did that one? Okay, you don't want that. I want to find a refurbished Mini 2. I think you can find those on the DJI site too. Mini 2 SE drone. Do they even have a refurbished price? $299. Come on. There's one you can. But like I said, you can get the Mini 2. Let's see, no remote or battery. Don't fall for that. Try to get as much as you can. This one you can bid on. I know you can get it. But be careful of those. Some people are really just, not too bright, and they'll try to knock you out. So anyway, I think you get my point. That in this world of choices, that you can make a lot of choices, especially in this one. And, the Mini 2 SE or the Mini 2, original Mini 2 is where I would start if I could do it all over. Guys, I paid, I think, over $300 for my Phantom 3 standard, probably $400 for that thing. And this little Mini 2 and the 2 SE is way better than the Phantom 3. It's just, you look at those worlds, they're just a huge leap in technology that happened with control systems and stuff. And, this $295 price, this is where you want to be. You want to be in the, that. And if you want to bundle it, go ahead. I would say I would buy the good drone, get a battery, get your controller, get flying, and then buy the charger with an extra battery. Now you have 2 batteries, charger. The extra battery is going to cost you $20. The charger is going to be $30. That's $50, $50 or $60 with tax, right? So now you bought the drone for under $300. For $60, you got 2 batteries now and a charger. So I am a DJI fanboy. Everybody else is crap. Guys, am I not speaking the freaking language of sanity here? I'm trying to help John here. I'm talking him off the freaking cliff. Okay? If you have money to burn and you want to test out the Potensic Atom, great, do it. But you could already have, for a used freaking DJI drone, you could already have a flying platform that you'll never go away from. And then, of course, you probably want to invest in a case. So some people get hard cases. Some people will get an aftermarket soft case. I like the original cases. I think the cases are really good. I mean, these are really nice. It's I like the handle on the old ones. See, remember they took the handle off? And I remember I told you I cut the strap. Told you the strap is gone. See that? Freaking, I cut that sucker off. I got to get this off too because it's bugging me. But I was in a hurry to get it off of there. But the strap, I just hate the straps. It's too long. It's just dangling. There's nowhere to tuck it either, And if I do want to tuck it somewhere, I'd have to tuck it in the only pocket that I have to put stuff in. So I'm not doing that. So it's in there. But I got some stuff in this pocket. Presents? Present? No, it's just the book. The book I've never opened. Okay. But, and then, so you got that. You got your Mini 2 SE or your Mini 2. And then go for $19, go get one of these little strobe lights. You can be extra safe. And then, you get really crazy. You get, absolutely insane, like somebody you might already know. and then you put the orange props on. Now that's a big investment. When you start buying these props, I think these are like $20 for the props. But instead of buying the whole new drone every time you up your game, all you're doing is accessorizing something that's already really good. Now, if you're the Mini 3 prices are still out of whack. I'm not going to buy a Mini 3 right now. I think the prices are there. It's the same camera as this though, so we're gonna leave it there. This just for obstacle avoidance. That's why this is the way it is. Do I need obstacle avoidance? No. I could be flying the Mini 3 still right now and be happy as a clam. So I was interested in the obstacle avoidance and the tracking that they worked on, and it's really good. So it's alien technology. Yeah, Jim, you're lucky. I bought a Mavic. My second year flying drones, I finally had enough money to get together, and I sold my Phantom. Took a little extra money I made from. I think I sold my Bebop 2, so I had a Phantom. The Bebop 2 was fun too. Really excellent starter drones. Excellent. Those were all suggestions by people. The original Mavic I took. Now you're talking the Mavic 2, right? The original Mavic I took a chance on, and because they were having problems with the gimbal, and especially in the heat, because it's a more of a traditional 3-axis gimbal with a single arm, one rotating and then one tilting, and that was the same camera that's on the Mini 2. It's the same camera. They took that Mini 2 camera and they repurposed it all the way through the Mini 1 or the Air 1. And the Spark has the same camera. I believe, I'm trying to think of what, I can't remember, but okay, so anyway, in that Mavic, like Jim, I agree with you about the original Mavic. I flew, you want to know where I flew the original Mavic to? Let me turn back. Okay, you see this area? Oh man, it's got a commercial here. Sorry guys, let me just get this commercial and then I'll flip it over here. And I'll change okay, so original Mavic, go back to here. So the original Mavic, you see this kind of wasteland out here? I got past this area and I got into here and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta come back. Because I was like, I can't believe I am still going out. That was the Mavic 1. And yes, if it's a Pro Platinum, I went and bought the Mavic Pro Platinum. And yeah, and that was with the original Mavic Pro controller, and the one with the little with the little screen in the middle of it. And yeah, and then of course I went from the Platinum to the Zoom because it was a little cheaper than the 1-inch, and I was trying to save money at that time. But mine came with the Pro controller. I think I paid $1,800 for a Mavic 2 Zoom with the Pro controller. It was under $2,000, and it came with the Pro controller. It must have been on a pallet or something of seconds. And I got that, and I can't believe I got this. It came with the first original Pro controller with the built-in screen, and then I made I didn't fly that enough, and then I went over to I went back to the Air, I think. Yeah, then I went to the Air series. I went to the Air 2, and then the Air 2S, and then back to the Minis, and then I ended up anyway. So it's sickness. It's a sickness. Hey, Lone Star's here. All right, I'm back. I am back. I'm just, I'm working. So it's my job right here. being dad random. I thought I fixed that camera. That camera just, did that thing just, I hate that when it does that. Hold on here. I got to fix that. My main camera, you can configure it, but I took the auto zoom off there. It shouldn't be zooming. Oh, autofocus is on. Yeah, there we go. Let's go there. All right. There, it should stop that. Yeah, you get that, there we go. Now it's not. Now it's just changing the light. You can just leave it set. You should, and on this is actually just that old 922. But okay, so I hope I've talked everybody off the cliff. And if I think to recap, I think the Mini 3 is still overpriced. I would not buy the Mini 3 original. I would go buy a used or refurb Mini 2, or I would buy the Mini 3 Pro. Okay. And that's got the same camera as this one. I wouldn't go backwards. I wouldn't do that for that. So if I'm buying minis and I'm interested in minis, I would go to the Mini 3 Pro. And I don't know right now, there's a couple of good deals. If you look at the Mini 3 $469, that's actually better. It's better, but that's not a Flymore kit. Okay, it's better, but it's not. You got to buy all of this Mini 3 stuff separate. It's like it's a really expensive deal. Okay, so if you're going that way, that you can tell that it's not the Pro because it doesn't have the big eyeballs. Okay, that's got the obstacle avoidance. That's not going to have it. Okay, and there's just too many good Mini 2 deals out. There's Mini 3 Pro, the DJI-RC. Would I buy the Mini 3 without that? Yes, I would. I would buy the N2. I think that comes with the N2, right? And I would do that. But this controller doesn't give you that much more. If you have a good Samsung phone that doesn't have a lot, if your phone doesn't auto adjust. And hold on here, guys. I need some coffee. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Give me a second here.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right. I just had to start my coffee machine over there. I don't want to leave you with a blank screen. Come on, man. But yeah, so I don't think the advantage of this controller is that much. It's great. It's only $200, I think, if you buy it alone. So say you do buy the Mini 3 Pro, and you don't buy this controller, you can always buy one on the aftermarket. They're not that bad. So if you're going with a better camera, this will give you basically the same camera as what mine flies with. So I believe it's the 1/1.3. So you're in good shape, and you have to get different filters though. See, that's another thing is they get you in the market for the filters. So yeah, Mini 3, it's just expensive. I'm one of those people that I get to the Mini 3 and look at that. Look what they put in there. They just think you're so stupid. This is for you guys. This is for you guys right here that they're looking for a good drone, and then they put this crap in front of you. They go, oh, look, okay. You're seriously studying, and you definitely don't need signal boosters for there. Don't do that. You don't. I was thinking about doing that just for fun. Don't. Now, this is a signal booster for the parabolic, and I have never seen a range for the that's the original Mini. You don't need that. Just as you get 14,000 feet already, you don't need this crap. Okay, so don't do that. This is just Mini 3 stuff, right? But yeah, the Mini 2 is just, look at that, $299. That is just too good. Now, here's the next. We're gonna go. Hey, how you doing, Jean Charig Drone? I've got Lone Star in here. How you doing? You should have. Yeah, Dad should not have coffee. Yeah, you know, if you're in this stream, man, you're in the mini 3, you're in the mini 3, mini 4, mini 2, anything mini. And like I said, if you want to go super cheap right now, it's just not the time. Everything is just too good a price. I would not buy any of the budget drones right now. Now that Cyber Monday's here. Look at that Avata deal. That is freaking killer. And I think that's the Avata controller too. So now remember, if you buy this kit here, you don't have the controller. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy that. You're gonna have to get that separate, and that's a different controller. That's another freaking. That'll be $1,000 right there when you get that deal done. So that's a good deal, though. If I were to say, you know, if you're an advanced pilot, okay, you're an advanced pilot, you're sick of the old, you know, throw it in the air and take pictures, and you want to freaking get some action shots, bam, right there. That is for sure. I mean, I've taken that out, and it goes forever. That would be a fun video, wouldn't it? Taking that to the peak. Think Avata would make it over here? Yes, it would. I know it will. I know it will. Battery-wise, too, it'll make it there. Just put that sucker in freaking manual, and just freaking you'll get there in, like I said, 3 minutes. You'd be there. Fly along this cliff right there, jump across, fly up this little ridge here, spin around a couple times, come down, follow it down, maybe follow this around right here, send her home. That would be a fun flight. Yeah, the Avata can do that. Guys, that's another reason. I took the original FPV, the flying pig. Yeah, we called it the flying pig. I took that sucker way up there, and I buzzed this whole freaking edge, and I buzzed all this whole area with that one. That's a great distance flyer, a 5-incher. But yeah, the Avata would make it, but I would only fly it in manual, because it just doesn't in sport mode. It doesn't give you enough speed, and you need a little bit power and speed to do that flight. So, but yeah, so that's let's see. Noise from the Avata will drive rats and mice out of your house. Oh man, that thing screams. Yeah, Lone Star, he just doesn't fit in the mini world. He's a big Texan that just doesn't fit in a mini world. I totally understand that. But it's all about saving money today. It's just not making really poor choice. Now let's go ahead. Let's look at some alternatives. Okay. I'm going to look at, I'm just going to type in drone. Okay. Bam. All right. Now I'm going to tell you the ones to stay away from. Okay. I'm going to tell you, if you're so friggin' inclined, okay. Cause we do have some deals in here. $100. Would I buy that for $100? Oh my God. I'm a little tight right now. $100. Now this one, maybe I've flown the U11, but not the U11 Pro. Does this have EIS? Oh man, they didn't even put EIS in. It's got a $60 coupon on it though, so you're basically buying it for $150. And that, I really do like that controller. So if you're going to buy a $150 drone with the coupon, that is a good deal for a good starter drone. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you a thumbs up on this Ruco U11 Pro. I flew the original Ruco U11. They fly really, really good. They have a really good hover. So that is a good one. I also flew the F11 GIM too. Okay. I just sent that away. It just went bye-bye. But now this one was the one I got 9,000 feet on it. And if you fly with this controller, you will get 9,000 feet. Now, are you going to get good 1080p video? No. No, you won't. You get very good stable. This video from this thing is very similar. Okay, even though it says it's got a bigger sensor. I don't care. I don't care what kind of sensor it does it even say. I'm looking to see what kind of camera it's got. Let's see. It's gone down in price, but it's still too high, way too high. It's just not even in the same class. Mini 2 blows this thing away. Mini 2 SE blows this away. So I would the price, if you could find this in the cheap, if you can go on the aftermarket and you can find this for $300 maybe. I remember with the Mini 2 SE, you get 11,000 feet out of it. Okay. This one, you're not going to get that much. So I'm just saying, it's the truth. Guys, I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth today. You can love it all you want. You get the big bird feel. Flies a long ways. It actually has a really good hover. It's actually pretty quiet. There's another positive of it. It's got great range and it's quiet. And it does have good anti-shake video. But as far as the video quality coming out of there, you want to see some? Let's go look at some. I love my channel because I can tell you stuff and I can show you it. Let me see if I can find some. Let's see. Random. Let's see. F11 GIM 2. There I am right there. All right, I got to get through a commercial. Sorry about this. Skip that. All right. I'm just going to get to the meat of the flight. Okay. We'll just get right to the meat of it. And we'll go, I want to get to okay. All right. Okay. All right. Here it is. So this is the F11 GIM 2 video clip. Okay. And you guys, it doesn't matter if you're watching at 1080p. Now, this video will tell you everything in looking at the grass. Okay. And if you see these patches of color, you see how it's patchy? The sky is actually not too bad. It does a really good job with the grays. This was a really good test flight for the camera, by the way. But when you look on the ground, it looks not very good. It's not very real. It is very color. The colors there's not a lot of colors. Okay. And this has been up-rendered to 4K. So, but the video's stable. Okay. Very stable. See that? Nice and stable. I think we're at the edge of the flight too as well. So, but the color, the colors are just so unnatural. It just does not look right. And that means there's something happening to the pixels of the camera, the sensor or the software. Okay. And this is at 6,900 feet. I think a 7. I think I keep going to 9. Let's see. 7, 8. Yeah. I think I go out to 9. And you can really tell the patchiness by looking at it. Now, the video feed's good. Okay. But it is not as good as the Mini 2 SE. It's not. This thing is $500 and it's not as good as the Mini 2 SE. You just got to be smart. Okay. It's just, it's not good. I did have a good flying experience, except for the fact that I got bit up by freaking gnats. Freaking gnats just attacked me, and I had gnat bites on my head and neck. Okay. So I turned around at 9,000. Okay. But then I got a really beautiful view back. So I'll show you some of the view back. Now this is not as, it doesn't, this is 1080p. Actually, the 1080p helps it. Okay. Because it softens it up. I am looking at a very harsh environment. It is very like I can see every individual like sagebrush, and they're unnaturally visible. Okay. And it's just, You know, to some people, they would say it's not good. You can't take a picture like that. It's just not, and that's the F11. So I'm done. That's it. I have already proved my point. It is not as good as the drones that I've showed you. Okay. It's not. Okay. Okay. It's not as good as this. It's not as good as this. This is the Mini 2 SE coming back at you. Okay. There's the Mini 2 SE. And if you look at the ground, it's smooth. Okay. Very smooth. Okay. And all the greens are not unnaturally green. Okay. Let me get that out of there. And this is a really crappy, there's my battery performance right there. Everything is just so much more natural. If I had clouds, you'd understand what I'm saying. Okay. You totally understand. Now the shadows are a little bad. I could do some things there. Okay. So here. Now, once again, let's go to Mini 4 Pro. Okay. Big Daddy. Can you tell the difference? This is true 4K. Mini 4 Pro. 1/1.3 in all its glory. And the sky is absolutely, I mean, it doesn't, like I said, my stream doesn't do it justice. It's freaking amazing. But you're going to pay, $1,300 for that. Okay, something like that. What they cost? $1,300, something like that. Worth every penny. It's a little bit less than the Mini 3 or the Air 3. Yeah, you go into this freaking area and you're never going to change drones for 5 years. Okay. PD Tech is in the house. I guys, if I haven't made my point already, I've already made every point. I already told you what drone to buy, the best one. Okay, it's not this freaking thing. We're just looking. Okay, Holystone SE 720. I tried to get him to send me one of those, and this is $200 with a $30 coupon. Oh wow, that has electronic image stabilization. But your video is going to be a lot like what I just showed you, okay? It's going to be a lot like what I just showed you. It's not going to be very good. This is just, I just typed in drone. Let's see. I'm looking to see. There's the Potenzix. Oh, look at that right there. The SE is $229. You can buy it cheaper than that if you go on eBay. Do you just want a flyer and kick around? I call it a shit kicker with 3 batteries and a case. That is not bad. You take that $30 off. It's $199 for that whole kit. Remember, you're not buying that for freaking taking pictures. Don't be freaking calling me or sending me messages that I bought a drone and the pictures suck, because they will. Same thing with this one over here, $369. Okay. Now that battery bay does charge fast. That thing charges in all 3 batteries just zip. But I'm not getting the 30 minutes times that they're saying. Not getting 30 minutes of flight time. Sorry, not happening. So PD and Jim, it's good to see PD. I haven't seen PD in a while. Got the greatest icon of all YouTube channels. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Now, anybody hear the Veeniix? The Veeniix? I can imagine if Ken Herron got a hold of this one, he'd call it the Veeniix V11. 70 minutes of flight time. That thing right there is definitely built exactly the same as the F11. I guarantee it. This is a new version of the F11, so don't get suckered into that one. Okay, same thing. Does it have that same remote? Let's look see what remote it's got. Yeah, it's got the F11 remote. See it? See it? Look above my head. There it is. It's got the F11 remote. Same thing. Okay. Don't get suckered in. It's only $200 though. Is it $200? What are they trying to do? They're trying to fire sale it. $100 coupon. So you're going to pay $299 for this one. No. I'm going to say no to that one at $299, which is a deal. Oh, that's actually a pretty good deal. I just can't, guys. I just can't send you down the road of of destruction. Oh my God, look at that. They're charging $647. X Pro. $647. This one is a that's a Hubsan drone right there. You can tell by the controller. That's a Hubsan controller. Okay. That's a Hubsan drone. That camera might be pretty good. When I tested the Blackhawks camera, that had a really good color. Okay. The one thing that they did with that drone, but it's not $600 good. It's not $600 good. Guys, go buy a mini. Go buy the Mini 3 at this point. Go buy a Mini 3 Pro, and then you'll have an actually pro drone. Look at that thing on. Who puts that freaking Quasimodo thing on the top? What in the hell is that? That is absolutely, just take that off my drone. That is, just get that thing off there. It's like some freaking alien just attacked it. Oh, PD, man, I am letting it out. I am totally just bagging. This is garbage. The camera's good though. I do, if it's the same camera, if it's a 1/2-inch sensor that was in the Blackhawk, then you're going to get a camera. Okay. But not for $647. And they don't even give you a break on the price. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. That's insanity. That's insanity. Okay. A good kid drone, anything that's under $35, $40. Good kid drone. That's a good one with the, right there with the little, but you see it's got that's a little tiny one. That thing's probably about this big. It's got the prop guards on it. Anything good with prop guards, it'll just let them fly more, you know? So, look at that right there. There's a fun looking one right there. Diny Fly. So if you're looking for something fun for a kid right there, any of these right here, $20. Okay. Don't get it out in the wind. It'll go bye-bye. Let's see. Anything else in here they're trying to screw us over with? There's the Ruko again. That's the GIM 2. That one is $331. Like I said, I do like the Holystone 720 EIS. That right there is below $200 with a $30 coupon. That might be, one of those ones where I'm saying, all right, you can do it, but don't come back to me and tell me that it's broke. Okay. But the Holystone has been pretty good. I've been lucky to fly a couple of their drones, the Holystone 2. This one here does just make sure it's got brushless motors. They tried to, like I said, they tried to get me to fly a brushed motor quad. I just do not want to go there. I just can't go there. That's just too much money, guys, that F11 stuff. Too big. Let's see what Ruko. Let's just go to their site. And good Rukos, like I said, the F11's good. I think they're making a 3-axis gimbal one, but it's going to be the same as the Potensic when it's all said and done. Okay. But the EIS systems are good. This has got brushless motors. It's a sub 250 if you're into that. Let's see, GIM 2. They actually have a 3-axis gimbal version, but it costs too much money. I think this is it right here. It's a GIM 2 2B, and I think let's see. They have one that is, because it's got the better controller. That's why you're going to pay a little more for that. Like I said, the F11 Pro, like I said, looks okay. Their batteries are pretty good. I was very happy with their batteries. Yeah. And if you want extras, and Mini 2 SE, Mini 2 SE, Mini 2 SE. Did I say that enough times on this channel? DJI better give me a kickback for all the Mini 2 SEs I'm saying on this stream. But the U11 Pro looks good. It's got like I said, it's got the good controller. Price is down there. Like I said, if it's got this chip thing, don't even listen to it. Okay. And now if it has the better GPS, yeah. Okay. That's what I think they're saying. That does make, you see this one right here? This is what they tried to get me to do a review on one of these, and that's too much money. They're not, the motors are not, they're not brushed, or they're not brushless. So just stay away from the brushed motors. But yeah, I would try the Mini. I would try the F11 Pro. I would try that. I would try it. Not going to spend any money on it. I'm waiting for the FPV 2 to come out. Just don't. So anyway, I think it's almost noon here. I think it's time. I think, how long have I been on? An hour and 30 minutes of sanity. I call it an hour and 30 minutes of just stop. Okay. And just make a good choice at this point. I told you, another good choice. Okay. Another good choice is this thing right here. Okay. There, right there. That's another good choice. I told you right there. Right there. That's called the Pocket 3. And the Pocket 3 is amazing. And hey, Kai, when you weren't here, I was showing everybody if you guys have not seen this, let me do this real quick before we go. Okay. Freewell has a filter out for the Mini. Okay. And it's called the snow mist filter. It looks like that. Okay. It comes, you see that where it looks like it's dirty? It's not dirty. That's what it looks like. That is what the filter is. And what it does is it smooths out light that is really harsh. Okay. So that's called the S-Mist filter right there. It looks like I've got Parkinson's disease too as I'm trying to hold it still. But that's the S-Mist. Okay. And I'm going to take it off one more time and show you what the S-Mist filter does. This S-Mist filter is absolutely killer. If you want freaking pro video, they're like $18 or $19, something like that. So once again, I'm going to give you this I'm going to show you this little demo. And actually I saw this demo done by another person that I totally likes channel. Okay, so here is a light source. Okay, you see that right there? We've got a light source coming directly at the camera. All right. If I take this little S-Mist filter and I put it in front, see it right there? I put it in front. Do you see how the light of the camera is smoothed out? Do you see that? See a sharp light? Smooth, beautiful light. That's what this filter is made to do. It takes, you see how my hand is actually even smoother? Sharp hand. You see the lines on my hands? Tell your wife that you need this because it'll make her look more beautiful. Okay? But right there, that is what the S-Mist does. And look at that. Look at the drone even looks better. Okay? Everything, the world just looks better through, they call it glimmer glass or mist. So that's what the S-Mist does. And I'm rocking my Mini with this sucker now. It is going to be flying with this. I'm going to do all of my videos with the Mini 4. I'm going to do some sample flights for you guys if you want to check those out and see if it's worth a crap. Freewell, when they gave us these filters a while back, I've had these filters for a while. They don't tell you what to do with them. They just say, hey, enjoy. Go take these filters out and enjoy them, you know. Here, I got to turn off that light there. All right. But so that's what the S-Mist does. And you can get it singularly. You can get it like $17 or $18. You don't have to buy it, like this. But I would suggest if you do buy filters, you buy ND8, ND4, something like that. ND8's, you'll get 8 stops, and that's for those really bright days. A CPL, and then one of these S-Mist filters. Now there's one that does for for like night shots. It's called a light pollution filter. It's the same kind of thing where it smooths out all the different harsh light edges, and it smooths out. So for night shots, people use with something called light pollution. They do that one, LPR or something like that, light pollution reduction, and then a CPL for getting rid of the harsh, you get those harsh reflections. So, all right, guys, there's only one drone this Christmas. And it's not a new drone. I'm sorry, kids. And this is it right here. It is the only drone for me. It is the only drone for thee. And if you are bright, you're either going to get that one or you're going to get a refurbished. It's brand new out of the box. You see that? It's got the right controller. Make sure it's got the N1 controller. You can pick up an N1 controller very cheap. If you found the body, you can really piece this whole entire drone out. Buy the drone body, buy the controller. For this controller, you can get really inexpensive and you can just sync them up. But $299. Remember, Sinova, get the Sinova battery charger. Buy your all of the it's like two batteries for $50 right now for the LiPo batteries for this thing, and then get yourself the charger. Okay, remember the charger? Do I even have that still on? Oh yeah, right there. There's the Sinova charger. I have not seen this one on Amazon. I could look for it. Let me see if I can find this. This was even sold by Sinova. It's just a digital display, two-way charging hub for the Mini 2. Let me see if they got it on Amazon. Let me check. Let me check for you guys. Let me tell you something. I'll do anything for you guys. I'll do anything. Let's see. Let's see. I need another Amazon tab. I should have just used that one. My wife is probably... it's, whoops, we want that. Let's get off of that. Whoa, escape. Oh boy. All right. We're done. We're done. We'll see you later. we're done. I know I got to do something really quick. Later. Bye. I've been hijacked. Oh my gosh. I'm not hijacked, guys. Okay. All right. We'll see you. I got to get out of here anyway. Sinova, Mini 2, and we are all good. Okay. Sinova, Mini 2, 2 batteries. You're under $300, $350 total, and you're flying like a champ. But, oh gosh. Oh man. Bye.